Let's clean up Akin's mess here.
What an introduction. Incredible.
I mean, I haven't had a drink yet, so...
How did you... Yeah, we're on it. We're on it. How did you like the song? I thought about it myself under the shower.
That was amazing. So far, it's my favorite part of the show.
Jesus Christ. Akin is like watching over there. That's crazy.
I mean, that was fine what you did before, but you're stepping it up for me. I appreciate it.
Michael, the average ritual, what would you like to drink?
If you have a porn star martini...
No, of course he's going to take it.
On brand, okay.
Where's that horn? Come on.
There you go, huh?
How is there no air horn for this one? Come on now.
How about delivery, Paul?
Ravish, how's the porn star?
I'm also already making a porn star. So.
Oh, there we go. Ravish is well on top of his things. Michael, to you, you have a background in neuroscience and psychology, and you ended up researching porn. How did that happen?
Yeah, it's a natural trajectory, actually. It's not as uncommon as you might think. I actually started in cultural anthropology, and I took a long, circuitous route via neuroscience into pornography.
And now we're here.
What? I mean, like, you guys haven't had the same thoughts?
Jesus Christ.
It's to know that you're a fan of porn. Liars. Liars.
There it is.
All right, that's 100 people lying right now.
That's another 30.
No, as a porn researcher, I can say they're telling the truth. You're sick.
I love it.
But you guys actually know each other quite a bit because you're originally from America, but you came here for your master's, and you were doing a little bit. Thank you for getting his name up. And you were. I sang the whole song, and this thing wasn't up. Like, it's a little awkward. So how did you guys met before through making comedy? Did you also do comedy?
Yeah, I spent a little bit of time on the comedy scene before I got my feet really on the ground with the pornography scene. This is the next stop for you as well.
Yeah,
to play your cards right.
Because I actually met him when I was like 21, I think, right? I was like 21 when you started.
Fairly legal, yeah.
Yeah. And then you started getting into porn. I was so proud of you.
Everyone in the comedy scene was like, you know, you're not really cut out for comedy, but pornography.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. So, like, because then was it always something that you were interested in? Did you talk about this before on stage? Because I don't remember you talking about this much on stage, or was this something you kept in the back?
No, I tried to keep my work life and my stage life a little bit separate.
Oh, interesting. So then, because then if it's a work life, how did you start to get into that? Like, what was the moment you were like, I really want to study this, and what pushed you to do it? Like, what was the moment?
So you make it sound like it's really planned and like I had some kind of grand design to get into this. I saw a job listing, and I was like, there's no way that's a real job. And now I do it for a living. So it's not quite the man pursuing his dream and making his hobby his passion.
Remember what I said about motivation and passion? I take that back.
Yeah, you should have held out a little while.
I should have held out a little bit longer. So you just got, and how long have you been doing that now?
So I've been working for the university for about 2 years.
Oh, cool.
And I mean, I'll probably be here for a little while longer.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Here is the second porn star on stage.
Thank you.
Don't you dare.
Everyone else has been offering to the audience, but I'm not going to do that.
There you go.
Oh my God.
Yeah?
Can I get another one?
Let's talk about your latest research. Because you have been at the Lowland Festival, and you have been showing people porn.
Yeah.
we
got the facts right.
We have a picture of your research
yes.
group. It's a nice little diverse group, and Michael.
It's a fucking dream, man. It's life. And yes, we take our worm home with us.
That is crazy.
Anyway, we showed people at Lowlands, so festival goers, hardcore pornography clips, and hooked them up to a heart rate monitor and had eye tracking devices, and had them come in and sit down in a little booth and watch porn. It was incredibly easy to recruit participants.
That's good.
Like, it was unbelievable. We had a line going like around these containers.
But what did the other stalls do? Is there like one guy selling bratwurst and next door is like Michael-Giffin saying, do you want to watch something?
Essentially, yeah. I don't know what they were doing.
And you had different categories, right, that you were looking at?
Yeah, so we're interested in how people respond to different stereotypes in pornography. So we had different conditions, one of which was the stereotype, which is a dominant man, submissive woman, which we kind of operationalized as like a stepfather, stepdaughter scenario. I'm sure some people in the audience are familiar with this type of porn breakdown.
We don't watch porn, bro.
Oh, that's right, I forgot.
already asked.
Okay, sure, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The train was late.
Then we also had the inverse of that, so like...
Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that all about?
I thought that was going to be my walk-on.
Whoever laughed, you should have made noise when I asked who watched porn, you motherfucker. You know what that sound was. Okay.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we're not going to explain this joke to the elderly audience. Just go on, please. What kind of categories?
Right, so we had the inverse of the stereotype, which we call the anti-stereotype, which is like a MILF stepson scenario. And then we had like we called a vanilla category, which was like a young couple assumes to be in love, just having vanilla sex. Yeah, thank you.
Was that the one that hates men? Was that the same one?
Boo to consent. What is going on?
Right.
Yeah.
But everyone said they really enjoyed the vanilla category the most.
Yeah.
Anyone have any comments on that? Because this is getting a lot of response.
Is there a reason why that was viewed more?
I think people... So I have like the scientist answer and then I have like the layman's answer. I think the layman's answer is people kind of know what they're supposed to say. They know the one that is socially acceptable to like the most. Because when we looked at their heart rate, they didn't differentiate between that and the stereotypical conditions. They did differentiate between that and the anti-stereotype. So everyone seems to dislike a dominant man, a submissive woman, especially women. And I'm not saying this to be inflammatory or anything. That's just what the data shows. So no heckles for that one? No, you guys are terrified.
I feel like 'cause we're all learning right now. We're like processing this information. We're like, okay, word, you know? Like, that's how that be sometimes, right?
So then here's the thing. You go to the Lowlands Festival. You get all of this data, but there's also a point when you have to pick out the porn. So the question is, you know how like some people go like to cafes to work? What do you do? Because like I was thinking like it's gonna look like this. Michael in a cafe just like working it out there. Like what?
Oh my God. I mean, was there a question there?
I guess it was about how you pick them.
I guess I just want to show the picture.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So
It's like, I mean, that's shockingly similar to what my daily life looks like.
that is crazy. And I think we can also actually go into some data which you can say if it's actually related to your research or not, because there is one website which is related to Pornhub. Going to continue going with this. So Pornhub actually, and I'm not making this up, Pornhub has its own Spotify Wrapped, let's say. So Pornhub is collecting data, and every year they do a Pornhub year in review. That thing is so accurate, you can look at different events. For the Switzerland Eurovision, you could see how many people went on their platform at exactly what time. So you could see when the Eurovision started at 8 p.m. in Switzerland, everyone started watching like the Eurovision. So there's like the average porn consumption goes down to like minus 16% at 10. And then as the winner was announced around like 1 a.m., like all of the Swiss people went onto Pornhub and like started like tugging one out. Anyways, so this thing does actually exist. Let's dive into the data though, because we're going to look at the trends that defined 2024 last year. In case you're interested, there's also going to be something that's going to be for the trends 2025. Let's look at last year's trends. Stuart, would you read the first paragraph?
Shit.
Everyone watches porn here, right? So
Demure desires. Demure searches rose 133% with mindful pleasure. This is way too many numbers, dog. I don't know what this shit's saying. What is this talking about?
I think essentially, Michael, is that something that is kind of in line with your research because it's like more intimate porn? You said the vanilla category was...
that could be. Yeah, that could be... this could be indicative of the same kind of trend that we saw in my research. Maybe. I'm not really sure what demure desires is, to be honest. I'm as innocent as the audience here.
But you did the research, right?
I did the research.
Okay. We're going to check the next fact. The secret lives of Pornhub wives. Oh, what a nice rhyme. Interest in wife and marital searches grew as users explored themes of tradition with amateur wife up to 21%, traditional wife up to 34%, and trade wife up to 72%.
Trad wife.
American, yeah. Your opinion on that? Trade wife, what would that even be?
Traditional. There's like this whole trend on like, or in America at least, of these influencers who are trad wives who like go on and glorify being like a homemaker and not pursuing a career outside the home, and they're super popular. And I think it goes hand in hand with like a rise in certain types of conservative ideologies and stuff. And so I think that it's people who are looking at these trad wife influencers then wanting to see them naked. That's what's causing this uptick.
And is that something that you're still exploring? Are you exploring like different categories, or are you planning on in the future? Because now you had like 3 categories at the Lowlands Festival.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, like in the future we want to look at. Well, we're just interested in stereotypes in general. And so for this experiment that I ran, we just had to select a few because we needed a lot of examples within certain categories. But in the future, yeah, looking at these type of trends. Like I have another colleague who's looking at data from Pornhub that she actually scraped. And she's looking at these long-term trends over time with using like algorithms and fancy modeling. But like from my research, we keep it pretty scaled back because I'm like an experimentalist.
Stuart, how much data did you scrape from Pornhub so far?
Well, honestly, I think it's so interesting to me because it's like I've never looked at all of the categories, right? But I always find out about new ones. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I always hear about new stuff. Like, I heard about this new one called soft doming. Have you ever heard of this?
Tell me.
This might not be the space for it. This might not be the space. But soft doming is like being very dominant, but in a very soft and pleasant way. So it's like you're saying very, like, almost like things that would be deemed as degrading, but you're saying
I
it's
think I need an example. I'm having trouble.
You want to role play this with me?
God. You've never asked.
Like saying things like, oh, you know, good girl, good boy, these kind of things, right? Like these kind of
I love it so far, yeah.
So, okay.
Go on.
I'm very curious if it's because of what we see and what we don't know, right? So if I get exposed more to different kind of things, if I constantly see the same type of thing, am I more prone to like that?
Well, so yes, probably, but there's like a twofold answer to this. So there's one theory about what draws people to certain categories of porn is that they're looking for a part of themselves. So for example, in a lot of countries, one of the main key search terms will be the language of that country. So in France, it's French. In the Netherlands, it's Dutch. In America, it's hate speech. And I was so sure that I was going to get the horn. But so people are looking for parts of themselves. But the other theory about porn is that you're looking for something that's taboo, something that's very foreign to yourself. So it's like a little bit of both. That's the answer. There's no punchline.
There's a little bit of both. No, that's really good. That's really
Okay,
good.
let's see. There are also some people that like the category coworker crushes because 2024 was the year when a lot of people went back into their office, and it led to a shocking 92%. More searches for coworker, sex in the office, workplace fantasy. That is quite shocking. In case you return to the office, think about who you were interacting with there. So that is an interesting fact. But do you go to the office at Erasmus?
Yeah, you've seen my coworkers. I mean,
Sorry? Oh, those ones. Jesus Christ. Anyways,
Jesus Christ, anyways.
I didn't know Michael was...
I don't know where you went with that in your mind.
I don't know, Michael, I didn't know you made up 90% of that bump. Next up, going for gold. That is crazy. That shows that finishing first is never good in any scenario. Because at the 2024 Olympic Games, Sex Olympic went up, while Nude Olympic took silver, and athletes also grew by 88%. That means people started watching the Olympics and then went on Pornhub to go through their fantasies.
Did you not do that?
I can really see how this job is tailor-made for you. But that's interesting because I would actually very much be interested to see how the data is, the one that we saw from the Eurovision before, if we can actually recreate it on the Pornhub ones. Didn't prepare it though. So next one. Yeah, that's the last fact that we have. The animated arousal, anything with hentai. These are things that are, these 3D cartoon characters, right?
Yeah, they're cartoons. You seem to know more about it than me, actually.
Sorry?
You seem to know a little bit more about it than me. Then.
No,
3D cartoons?
3D-ish thingy. No, but what I was actually thinking, I heard about that, and then we tried to sell more tickets and actually made like this poster for Late Night Erasmus, but it didn't work. Because we thought this has like some cartoon character aspect. People like it so much, but it wasn't like arousing enough.
I don't know if the cartoon's the problem with that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Chapeau. But there are some more things. We have like 2 more facts. Time spent per visit. The Netherlands proudly on the 2nd place. Which means that people that go on Pornhub... Jesus Christ. So people that go on Pornhub to rattle the snake, they are here on average for 10 minutes and 51 seconds. That's actually, that's the second highest. Let's see. You are from the United States of America. They are a few seconds behind. Statement?
That's because I live here now, I think.
Jesus Christ, again, like Michael manipulating the whole data. And what's also interesting, the difference by age. So you can see here that people aged 18 till 24, they spend 76 seconds less on Pornhub compared to the year before, while people that are over 65 spend 83 seconds longer on Pornhub.
I think it's amazing that you only get 83 seconds those many years. I mean, that's...
That's like 1 second.
That's pretty remarkable.
See if we have anything. Oh yeah, these ones were the original, in the Netherlands, the top categories. With, why don't you walk through us, Michael?
What's that?
Why don't you walk us through the categories here? Those ones were the most watched in the Netherlands.
So, the top one is MILF. That's a mother I'd like to fuck. Next one is anal. That's like sex in the butt. Third one is mature. It's old. Lesbian. Not touching that one. Fifth one.
That was between me and her. Don't worry about it. I was like, we connected before.
Maybe Short wants to take one too.
Sorry.
And then threesomes. So that's like 3 people.
Is there anything else we have about that? I think that's the last one we have. Trending searches: passionate missionary, Dutch amateur homemade, Dutch anal first date, friends with benefits. Dutch amateur homemade.
Wow.
If anything looks like Dutch amateur homemade, it's like this bitterball in here. What is a Dutch amateur homemade?
Like, I don't want to make this about race, but passionate missionary is the whitest shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm sorry, I don't want to make it about, but that's whitest people shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm so sorry.
How can you black it up for us?
Yeah, technically we heard the horn there. We're going to save it. Let's save one more for a joke that's worse. Backing up, is there anything you can do on stage right now to Michael?
What was the question?
Something I could do right now on
passionate
stage
missionary,
for Michael? What do you...
Don't look at me.
This wasn't in the email, dog. I don't know. What? You didn't tell me you could ask me this.
Christ. So I guess it is not true what they say about you, Stuart, is it?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
We have, Michael, one last thing.
Turn that shit off right now. I'm not doing it.
I'm feeling it.
Ravish, we need one more drink for Stuart right now.
I need one at least as well, too.
Michael, do you have anything that you're working on? What are your plans in the future on the research that you're doing right now, just to wrap it up?
So we're running a replication of our Lowlands experiment. I'm doing it in the lab here, or not here, but at Erasmus University. Can I get a gin tonic, please? Thank you. And we're running a big panel experiment where we're doing modeling on another experiment that I'm running, looking for people's preferences on different types of stereotypes. Kind of the same general questions, but coming at it from different angles. Fitting some computational models, some fancy math, hopefully get into a very big journal and have a really gruesome title of the paper.
Yeah, so we could potentially see the outcome of these researchers in your publications?
Yes, well, we're hoping to come up with one next year. That'll be the lowlands and the replication.
Next year, cool. We're very interested to see how this will go. Michael, thank you very, very much for joining us. Big round of applause, Michael Rojek-Giffin. So that was Michael. That was the porn part of the night. It's going to get better from here. Let's see.